Hello everybody, this is Emo8 bringing you a little gameplay commentary for my second episode of Real Talk. And actually the gameplay in the background that's showing is actually a pretty good gameplay actually. It went 20-4 this match. It's been on my hard drive for a long time. I just never used it for any commentaries or anything like that. But this episode, guys, I want to bring you a very serious subject, which is basically your parents. Alright, now many teenagers, basically from the age of I'd say late middle school, 8th grade, 7th grade to basically the end of high school, you're basically you argue a lot with your parents. Most of you guys end up saying you hate your parents, you get pissed off, you get annoyed, you know, it happens to everybody. I get annoyed with my parents, you know, I have arguments, fights with them, but shit happens, you know what I mean? But one thing I will say, guys, is that your parents are the only parents you're ever going to have in your life. You can't go to Walmart, you can't go anywhere to trade them in. They're the only parents you ever have. And so you should care for your parents, you know, because they obviously care about you. Even if you have parents that have a hard time showing that they care about you, which I actually have that problem, is my mom. She's not one of those kind of people that goes up to you every day and says, "Oh, I love you, son. You know, you're doing an amazing job." But really, she really means that she does care about me. She really does care. I'm a pretty good student in school. You know, I'm pretty respectful. I'm an honest person. I can't lie. I'm not a liar. I'm not one of those kind of people that can go around lying. I'm pretty honest with everything. I do lie, everybody does lie, you can't hide that, but just for small things, nothing that would actually hurt someone's personal feelings or anything like that. But move on away from me. But like I was saying, your parents are the only people you ever have in your life, so the only parents that you'll ever have in your life, I mean. So just always show that you care about them. Don't ever, you know, fight with them, but afterwards, if they say sorry, you say sorry back, you know, because always it's gonna happen, you know, it's part of life. You'll argue with people, and you know, some people are in the greatest mood, and you know, they just get really mad, you know. But other than that, parents, you know, just care for them, because they're the closest people you ever have in your life, guys. They really are. You can tell them anything. I know it may seem a little awkward telling them some certain things, but think about it. Your parents at one period of time were teenagers also, so they could have maybe done the same exact thing you did. You never know. So they could tell you about their own past experiences, since they are older and, you know, they've been through life and they know what it's all about. But another thing I want to talk about parents is divorce. A guy commented asking, how do you get through divorce? Now, I really wish I could help you by, you know, having the divorce happen for my parents recently whenever I was a lot older. But my parents got divorced whenever I was at the age of 7. So my parents have been divorced for around 9 years now. At first it was it wasn't, I was more confused than I was sad or depressed, I would have to say. Nobody wants to see their parents, you know, not be together. That's one thing I think to myself almost all the time recently, really, is that I wish my parents were together still, because nobody wants to see that. It's difficult having to go back and forth from each house, having to, you know, it's a pain in the ass, really. It makes your life a lot difficult. Many people don't realize that. Many people think, oh, it's just a divorce, it's nothing. Really, it's something that's hard to go through. It really is. And if you can get through it, it makes you a stronger person. It makes you really think about your relationships, to be honest. Are you sure this is the person you want to be with? And if I were to have a kid, would I want him to have to go through the same things that I'm going through? Me, personally, I wouldn't want that for my child. I would try my best to keep a relationship going, but, you know, things happen. My parents divorced, pretty much, from my point of view, or what I saw, is they, a lot of arguing, a lot of fighting, you know, things were going off wrong. I think my mom was having a rough time, especially after she got the divorce happen. My mom, at first, it was just me and my mom. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys the story of how I went through the divorce, or after the divorce. I went with my mom. I lived with my mom because she had custody of me. It was hard for me because my mom did not have much money, so we went through apartments and trailers and like that. But she got married again with another guy, and I absolutely dislike this guy. But he brought my little sister in this world, so he brought somewhat a gift. I guess I would have to say I love my little sister. She can be a little pain in the butt, but she's my sister and I care for her. But he's a total dick. He's an alcoholic, everything, a liar, everything you could really think of a bad father. And well, my mom married him, and I really didn't like her choice. And he was one of those kind of people that tried to be my father, even though I have my father. He's not gone, you know, he's here. And he kept on asking me questions and all this shit, and I just said, fuck it, I'm out. I decided that's it. I'm gonna go back and move with my dad. And my dad had a girlfriend at the moment, but they broke up shortly after, and I moved back in with my dad. And then that's whenever my mom kind of took it the wrong way. She kind of had a hard time thinking, because she didn't really think I was going to leave her. But something she did, you know, marrying that guy just really made it rough on me, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I moved back with my dad. Luckily, I have a caring father and let me move back in, because in the statistics, most parents, whenever they divorce, it's usually the father that leaves, doesn't pay child support or does anything. My dad is the complete opposite. He actually stayed friends with my mom, and they're still friends currently. And they taught to each other, you know, how to take care of me and stuff. And that's actually really good. You know, most parents, whenever they divorce, they're like, no, I don't want this person in my life. Fuck them. You can go over, son or daughter, whatever. You can go over to them, but I don't want to talk to her at all, or him. Which is sad, you know, because it's not the child's fault for any of it. If it is the child's fault for anything, you should have never even had the child in the first place, which is another thing, you know. Parents, some people don't take responsibility and think, oh, let's just have a child, you know, don't have safe sex and have a baby. Which, you know, really, you gotta plan these things out. If you don't have money, then there's no need for you to be having a baby, to be honest. But my parents did not divorce because of that reason. But, you know, it's sad whenever that happens for any kids that their parents divorce them because of money issues, and, you know, they really don't want to deal with having a child or anything. I feel bad for you, and I hope everything goes good for your life. But one thing is just, for anybody that goes through a divorce or is currently going through one, like with their parents getting divorced, is just stay strong. You'll make it through, trust me. If I can make it through, you can. Just make sure, just go on with life. Keep on, don't let depression get to you. Just keep on motivating yourself, stay positive, and you'll make it through. But guys, this commentary is very closely coming to an end, so hope you guys enjoyed my second episode of Real Talk. This was a lot more, you know, into it, but I'll talk to you guys next episode.